You're listening to M Soul Music in the Mix.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Tesla live stream. We did it, man. We did it in all the face of the doubters. I don't know, right? Just the people that didn't believe or didn't care. And now we are pretty much $2 away from target one of the trade setup. Made it posted as a couple $100 or a couple dollars below. It was $397.51. That weekly trade setup posted July 25th, 1 month after the Google trade setup was posted. And it's just the beginning, man. I mean, please understand, like, there's one target of 3. And you wouldn't believe what target 2 and 3 would be. So just patience. Like, yeah, it may pull back, like we're talking about. It may pull back, dude. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a higher low. It's probably going to run higher later. So this is the story of the day. I don't even know how you could say anything else is, unless there was something up 1,000% again. Like, I don't know. Didn't Gemini IPO today? That's probably a headline. But don't really like an unfilled gap here. But in essence, we have 2 unfilled gaps now. So let's just run it to all the targets the trade setup, and then we'll fill the gaps later on a crash. That would be better. Okay, at this point. So it was watch Meta. Meta's now the next one, right? Hey, remember Google in June? Then a month later, then it was Tesla. Now it's Meta again. So Meta's going to be like this thing now where it's going to be methodical. It's going to take time. You're going to get sick of me talking about it. And then all of a sudden, a couple weeks, a month and a half goes by. And then all of a sudden, Meta does the thing what Tesla's doing yesterday and today. That's how it goes, man. So rejoice in the glory of Tesla doing things. Highest price seen since January 31st, and we have an unfilled gap around 404. We could see that today in Power Hour, because it is Power Hour, right?
It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Oh man, after this week, this really helps, though not as much as I thought it could or would, with it being reality, but better than nothing. So At least they found the effing mentally ill, radicalized shooter of Charlie Kirk. If you think about it, he's just a normal kid living a normal American life. Then he goes to college, and all of a sudden, he's a indoctrinated, radical piece of living crap. After, like, academia is a cesspool, an indoctrination camp. That's what we got going on in our education system. It needs to be looked at. Like, seriously, you have too many psychos on social media with jobs and careers and families that are like all too happy to talk about their gleefulness of someone being murdered in front of millions of people, international audience. So anyway, we'll steer away from that. Nice stuff on Tesla. Yeah, Microsoft started running finally. I guess they did reverse it, man. You're near the highs of the day. Microsoft trading at its highest level since August 19th. Maybe we look at that for a second. But yeah, I know it's like it's everywhere. What's the headline? Typically there's like one asset or two assets. It's like everything today. Everything. Yeah, Microsoft, real quick. Oh, that's MicroStrategy. Oof. Yeah, Microsoft. They got it back. They gapped it up back above 500. You're good for a retrace, I guess. There's no real resistance points though. So it's like, what do you really? How are you gauging it? I don't know. Maybe 520, maybe 530. But yeah, it's turning it around finally. And it, look at this. You had not seen positive momentum on the daily on Microsoft since August 6th. So it's maybe overdue. Maybe we get it today or Monday. Okay. Google still, going for another record close today, even though it's not made an intraday all-time high over that yesterday we saw an all-time high. It doesn't matter. The traders are going to settle up maybe at their highest level ever. Obviously, it goes without saying. It's going to be the highest weekly close ever in 47 minutes.
You didn't check $lockin last stream. PLS check for me THX.
Chat, I did look at lockin. I specifically remember looking at lockin. Right? Anyone? Brad? G-Dog? Element P? I remember looking at lockin. Remember? Anyone? We'll see. So good stuff on some of these Mag 7s. I don't want to spend too much time because everyone wants to see my cryptos. Let's just go to Bitcoin first. I know it's up less than 1%, but that's all that we need for altcoins to go absolutely berserk. So pretty much approaching that, I don't know, right? We were talking about 116.9 or something. It's the 117. That overhead resistance from August 22nd. Right now, from that high to low, you are around an 88% retrace, which is always like, oh God, is it an XABCD? I don't think so, but our upside's probably 120 psychological resistance. And then the supply line of this channel is around 118.5. If it happened today, it'd be 119.1. So it's just a moving target, but that's just where we are. You broke the heart line a couple days ago, the bullish engulfing candle, follow through candle today or yesterday, and now we're continuing to follow through some today. But yeah, there is maybe a little bit of adversity, but I don't think it's that big a deal because there's like nothing else, right? Just do this sideways up a little bit, and then Ethereum, Solana can go to all-time highs. One thing we haven't looked at the past couple streams, I don't think, is Bitcoin dominance is marking down today. Hey, chat, we got something going on. We got ourselves a bear pull bear flag resolving again. Well, last time it played out really well. Maybe they're doing it again. This is pretty typical stuff and new trends, right? Bear structures conclude their development and they resolve with bearish breakdowns and then they go. So this has only just started to go. It's down 0.6%. If you stayed here or any lower in 4 hours 45 minutes, it would be the lowest daily candle close since January 17th. Dang, man, that's big time. So still some support resistances in the 56 and 57s that they're gonna have to break, but interesting. I would certainly believe it. Looking at the price of Doge and Sol and Ethereum today, I'd be like, yeah, of course, Bitcoin dominance is going to be down. It is. Okay.
Since we started out on BitConf, let's go further into crypto.
Okay, here it is. As it looked like yesterday, things were greenlit because we recaptured 43.84. We decided to break through that little 4,500, 44.93 resistance and blasted through it like it was nothing. Recapturing the channel now. But we don't really care about the channel as much as we care about, Adam and Eve continuation, maybe. Crazy. You're just targeting, I mean, there's nothing here till 47.66, 47.87, and then 48.67. I mean, those are on deck. Like anything above 43.84, given enough time, is a 47.70 target. Looks like you're about to, well, look at this. Look at the oscillator starting to look really interesting on Ethereum, where you go, oh, we've broken back into the bullish control zone on the RSI. Very nice. Had not seen a 60 plus RSI since August 24th on Ethereum's daily, and not an ounce of positive momentum since August 24th. So looks like we might be doing that. I wonder what kind of histogram island we're going to receive if we go green. So rejoice. This is a huge development. Well, yesterday was the huge development. We're just following through today, right? You recapture a resistance support with a candle close. Sometimes you back test it, sometimes you don't. And there was almost no selling pressure today on Ethereum. So, yep, just be ready for 47 plus $100 on Ethereum at this point. Hype in the chat. Let's do it. Let's say it. Let's
Hype in the chat. Look here. Look, listen.
Doge ETF, unreal, man. Ever since they recaptured 22 cents, it's been going non-stop, and you're going for the highest daily candle close, if you can even believe it, since July 21st. But dude, there's still almost 5 hours left in the day for crypto. What happens if Wall Street closes and they just want to keep sending it? Well, maybe it's time. 34 cent. 50 cent Doge, that long-term position trade setup, started down here around 17 cents. Yeah, again, it was looking really sketchy at the beginning of the month. Everything was sketchy until September 7th. And at that point, you're back above 22 cents. All is well, right? It's always about the levels, man. If you can recapture it, there's no argument for sellers at that point. But there kind of was for a second, but turned it around and way higher probably. Again, I'm thinking, so we hit, this one had a target. Let's see if I can find it. I don't even know if I have it. Yeah, it's just here. It's just a simple July 9th, right? It's just your typical type 2 return, bullish divergence on the type 2, 200-week simple moving average. They had recaptured it, they defended it. You were back above support resistance, right? You hit target 1, you pull back, but you understand target 3 or target 2 and 3, 33.6 and 43.3 cents. Like that is still, right? Target 1 gets hit and they pull it back for the 6 weeks plus 2 months, and now we're heading for target 3 and 4. I mean, it's just, that's position trade. This textbook, it takes months to play out. July 9th it was posted. You hit one of the 3 targets. It's mid-September now. Okay, cool stuff, man. Let's go to, not XRP, let's go to Solana, because this one's, again, you're in that pseudo price discovery situation. I say pseudo price discovery because it's like, though you're not in real price discovery, because that's when you're in all-time highs and there's nothing there. But when when there's just no liquidity in between 2 levels, right? Like there's no general consensus area where multiple market participants would have sell orders set up. It's just like nothing there. Okay, it's like probability is higher if you break one level, you're going to go straight to the next one. And so I think like 246, we could see that by end of day. 246 is just a couple swing highs from November and December of last year, and kind of a reversal point in late January. But I think the harder target's 259, 260. So, oh wow, did I really miss lock-in? I mean, maybe you requested it 2 days ago and I did it then. I don't know, man. I'll get to it, I guess. No, there's no one requesting today, so it'll be probably the first thing we look at. Just getting through the coverage of the data we are receiving today. I mean, like, goes without saying, S&P 500, NASDAQ futures, all-time highs. Amazing. Gotta love it, dude. Melt it up. Did Pepe do it, dude? All right, let's go to XRP now. That, you know, just marching higher. Recaptured $3 yesterday. It's a big level. You know that. And now we're catching some follow through. And now it's just time to break 310. You break 310, we can say we have a discernible higher high than the previous high on a daily time scale, which is really nice. Gotta love that, man. I mean, in any case, someone could just be like, for targeting, maybe if we're breaking that could be some sort of bad action magnet move situation where an 886 would be just an easy target here. 886 in this situation. If the B point, right? That's the bad action magnet move. That's where it's like, if you break that level, there's a high probability of running to a 330, 88% retrace from the previous high to low. Yeah, so that I guess would be your target, 330 to break 310, 311.
Hey Mitch, hope you're good. Grin Hexus DC _F6 DC please. Up 70% from lows this week. There was a large whale OTC sell 2 ago and the buyer is almost out, about 3% of their total bag left. Could surprise people, man. Shrugging.
Thank you, Phil, for the 20 euros. We'll certainly look at that. And that's all I'll say about it. Okay, thank you, dude. Great news, chat. As I'm speaking to you, it seems like Bitcoin's about to make highs of day, highs of month of September. As you can see just above my head, 38 minutes left in power hour for the equities market. Wall Street likes Bitcoin. All right, it would be highest level since August 23rd. So like 3-week highs or so, close to it. BNB real quick, just because, I mean, to pay honor to it, its outperformance of everything, continuing. Come on, dude, all-time highs. XRP's not doing that, Bitcoin's not doing that, Ethereum's not doing that, Solana's not doing that, but BNB is. Never before seen a $924 BNB, and there's nothing here, right? Breaking the 1414, that was it. Now it's a supply line, I guess, of a channel that would take you all the way up to like 965 if it was today or tomorrow or this weekend. And then that psychological $1,000 level, they might overshoot the channel just to see it. That's the psychology. That's how it works. So BNB is number one. Okay, it is superior to Bitcoin in performance for a while now. Superior to everything. Crazy to say. Got to give credit where credit's due, though. Amazing. Type in the chat for CZ and his goons. The real crypto Kang is CZ for sure. Okay, so those are your bigger cryptos. Yeah, looked at all of them. Okay. Gold still hanging in there after that shooting star, but I mean, maybe the shooting star is not real, you know, like. But what is real is the 1414 fib extension. As you saw a test of it perfectly on the 10th, another at the highs of day, another perfect test of the 1414, 3,656 and no higher. So just possibly going for its highest daily candle close ever again. Certainly give me the highest weekly candle close ever. But that's where you are. You're just in fib extension territory. It is a sight to behold on gold. Yeah, shooting star isn't really I mean, it's like, it's there. I could keep it plotted, but there was no follow through at all. Zero. And you're just going to have another day closing above that candle open. So it's like, if we start rolling over next week, maybe it is still real, but it's not a candlestick or a pattern. They're not real without forms of confirmation to some degree. And you got none of that on this one. So that shooting star might be just an actual joke. Okay, silver doing it, man. Yeah, the high and tight bull flag happening right today. Up 1.53%, was up 2%, 42.47. There's nothing here till $44, man, really. So yep, as we suspected, like that type of behavior, man, we just they call it a flag staff. Right, when typically bull flags, the flag is slightly down sloping, tighten its consolidation, but sometimes you have an impulse and then slightly upsloping high and tight consolidation, the flag staff. You got a Flagstaff breakout unfolding today on silver, but in this pseudo price discovery territory, I mean, it's like no surprise, man. Your fiat purchasing power is legit getting destroyed right now. Like day by day, yep, it's getting worse. I think the free market is repricing everything for monetary debasement. It's bad. The gap up on Tesla was nothing burger. I mean, it was a nothing burger in terms of volume and like textbook 28 money. What do you mean? Like, there are 3 types of gaps we know of that exist by the book, and it wasn't a breakaway gap, but it was low volume and there wasn't a big price jump. But who cares, right? What did I say? Also, it could fill or not fill. We don't care. We're still long on it. That's all that matters. Yeah. What do you want me to try to predict? Like, see, that's the thing. People come in thinking like, hey man, you're supposed to predict what happens next. Like day by day. Oh, a gap happened. It's your job to predict that the gap's gonna fill. What do you, like, see again, like, if you say stuff like that, it's like you're clearly missing the point of what I do here. Or I'm just failing to articulate it to you well enough. My God. Okay, so yeah, your metals, dude, did things. Oh, orange juice futures up today, 3%. Maybe orange juice, they're trying to maybe bottom it out here. Anything above 227 could be really interesting. Coffee futures. Wow, look at that. Coffee futures, highest price since May 1st. Really running here. Wheat futures. Wow. I guess, dude, an M shape in the end. Oh, corn futures, not wheat. Because wheat, I thought, looked really bad. Corn had a bullish bat pattern, and it's reacting. We'd wait for a type 2 return at some point, but really cool to see. Hindsight at this point, because I just don't, there's just too much stuff to look at this summer than corn futures. I just don't have enough time to look at corn futures, but that was there, and it's freaking nuts. But we would want something like this, fill that gap, like that. That would be sick. Trade setup on corn futures if we ever got a second test. Okay, and then palladium. Okay, we got ourselves, so that was the sign of strength. This is our backup. And if we can see palladium break 1269, it would be our form of confirmation that the phase D of Wyckoff accumulation is concluding and phase E is beginning, which is the markup phase. So they haven't broken it yet, so we don't have that confirmation. But we do have the sign of strength, we do have the backup, and now it is time to confirm phase E. So everyone should have an alert set up on palladium, maybe above 1260. I got on 1270. Yeah, composite man, buying palladium and 1500, 1800 targets, possibly way higher too. Your trend is reversing, chat, on palladium. Platinum, they defending this level here, but it is kind of neutral. I mean, that was a huge pump, man. High volume, it's insane. It's probably not going lower, but hey, one high, the second high, they haven't taken it higher yet. Maybe next week, maybe we're early, but yeah, below 1346 at this point. I don't know if you want to be back below that, because it could be like back to 1182 or maybe even create an M shape down here, but hopefully not. You're safe above 1350. That is a huge level from February 2021. Yeah, maybe they're starting to paint something, like maybe it's starting to become this or something, you know? It's just the beginning. And then, you know, I mean, there are a couple more. That's kind of it, you know, on commodities. Let us go back to these Mag 7s. We looked at Tesla already. Let's look at the second best performer today, which is, well, we looked at Microsoft and Tesla, because those are the only ones that are notable. Apple's up. Hey, man. Apple's strong. The bearish divergence, not performing too great. They all they did was go fill that gap. Yeah, we talked about this a little yesterday. 234.40. They're filling the gap and no higher. So this dragon would be completely invalidated, probably above 237. That's where you'd say, okay, the dragon started playing out, but the trend is too good now. Buyers are in too much of control, right? Because you do have an uptrend that could be argued with, the lowest low, then some highs, then some higher lows, then the same highs, then the higher low, and now higher high than the previous highs, now higher low than the previous lows, higher high than the previous high, possibly the highest low of the new uptrend. And, so it would be a testament to the trend if the bearish divergence that was so good, right, it was so perfect, if it just duds. That's like what gives you evidence that buyers are in complete control of Apple still. But I think all of that would be confirmed back above 237. Yeah, you can get back above that, probably in good shape. So keep it going on Apple. So Ronald. Yes, we're gonna look at lockin. I'm just getting through like the initial ones that we look at the beginning of all streams, right? Meta, yeah, it was, went to. Hey, Ethereum 46.37. I think we're at highs of day. We've got a good old-fashioned crypto power hour stock market pump, dude. Yeah, like Meta, real quick. I'll get to these because Bitcoin's at highs of day too. 116,634, just above my head. You can see it. We're kind of pumping in real time. Meta, I just want you to know, like, hey man, I missed out on Tesla and Google. I should have listened because you were just talking about it. They seemed like good setups with good reward to risk, and it's like, well, guess what? Those have played out. I mean, they're playing out, and they're now at levels that are unmanageable, right? You can't manage your risk on Tesla now. You can't do it on Google now. You missed it. You could have had it. You were here. I was here. We're talking about it. Posting trade setups every day, right? Analyzing. They're gone. So now all you can do is say, okay, there's always the next one. And guess what the next one looks like it might be? It looks like it might be Meta. If you were above 736, given enough time, you have an $850 target IMO. It is set up like the bottom of the uptrend. It's so easy to manage risk in this situation. So you understand, listen to me. When I'm telling you this, I'm not acting like I know we're going to 850 on Meta. I just know you are at manageable levels. You can manage your risk optimally where we are right now relative to old levels, resistance from all-time highs, resistance from June 30th, support. You are at oversold threshold of uptrend. This is the area to start taking shots. Just like in June 26th, time to start taking shots on Google. Just like July 27th or whatever, started time to take shots on Tesla. It's Meta's time. But this could take a while, just like Google and Tesla took a while. People were questioning it for like a month. So this is where you are. Meta is probably I think it's the most promising of the 7 at this point for risk management. Despite, even if it fails, even if it falls below, yeah, you might not want to own it below 736 because you might be screwed. You might be going to fill a gap at 694. Yeah, but that hasn't happened yet. Okay, Nvidia up 0.21%. I mean, like, still making a lower high than the previous highs. It's crazy. Nvidia, you hadn't seen positive momentum since July 24th. It's been a long time. You figure you're probably at some point going to see some positive momo, right, Anakin? Yeah. But I just don't want 1, 2, 3, another lower high, and you roll over. The unfilled gap here, so I could easily see this gap filling. Hopefully, if it does fill, they hold this support at like 170 before running higher. But tricky. This one's tricky, and this is what I'm saying, right? Like, how do you manage risk in this situation on Nvidia as a swing trader? You can't. It's impossible. It doesn't even really make sense. Like, there's no structure that is like implying a higher probability of way higher soon, right? You're not really trending right now since late July. You've been no trending, slightly downtrending. It's coming off of one of the godliest runs we've ever seen in recent times. And you gapped up, so that gap could fill, and then it comes down here. It could be a better place. That's when it's just nothing like Meta, nothing like Google was, nothing like Tesla was. Anyway, speaking of Google, we looked at it already. All right, going for record close. And Amazon, the only of the 7 that was down today. Still kind of sketch, you know. They're pretty much filling the gap today. The gap that was unfilled from September 3rd. And you could be looking at a type 2 return. Amazon, this is another one that's just, it's crappy because like, okay, I'm not looking to go long on assets that are struggling at pattern completion zones of huge W shapes and failing to break overhead resistance. Like not, and they're doing it once and twice, thrice. It's just kind of crap. But I mean, again, like if you get back above 232, look, the way the macro is right now, unless something changes crazy with rate cuts, like the bots just flip a switch and it's like, it's effing over. We're going to sell the news, and I'm talking the trend reversing news somehow, right? If that happened, yeah, Amazon's screwed. But if it doesn't happen and all stays as it's been going this summer, this is probably going to go to all-time highs like all these others. So anyway, there's your Mag 7s. As I'm speaking, my Bitcoin alert goes off, so let's boom, go to it. Highs of day, highest levels we've seen of September, highest levels since August 23rd. Soon approaching this 116.9 level. You can clearly see a bunch of minor swing lows from July and a swing high from August. So gonna see what we're made of very soon here. And then, you know, my Ethereum alert went off too. Up 4%. Let's freaking go, dude. Green lit yesterday with a recapturing of 43.84. And now it's just waiting on 47 plus 100. 47, 4800. That's on deck, dude. Okay. The trend was never in jeopardy. Isn't it great when you know what trend analysis is and you let that dictate what the trend is? And all that chop and crap, it's like, well, it may be trading below key levels, but it hasn't taken out the previous discernible swing low. And the previous piece of data we had before that was the highest high of the uptrend. So now you're just bottoming out the highest low and nothing here. So there's more upside. Keep it coming, Ethereum. Pump it. Okay, we'll keep our eye on Bitcoin, Ethereum. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, the bell, at sub. I'm here early because it's Friday and might want to do something this evening, you know. So it's kind of like, and I think everyone else likes doing things on Friday evenings too. So it's like, you know. So buy dips, fade rips. So dude. Got thunderstorms outside. Solana off its highs a little, but still up about 5%. Crazy. Doge is also near its highs. It's crazy, man. These alts are going, and it's everything. It's metals, right? Silver. Alibaba, after its crazy day yesterday, is pretty much at highs of day right now. It was down all day today, but about to go to, dude, I know. Dude, could you look at lockin? Like, yeah, we'll look at lock. Wait on 164 on BABA, target 4. Remember this old trade setup from August 5th of 2024? This is true. This is like the way to navigate financial markets. And if you can just figure out the patience aspect of it, you will win more often than not. Okay, I guess let's just lock in coin. All right, dude, here we go. Lock in on, I guess, coin X. Yes, we discussed this one, right? I know I looked at this. It must have been 2 days ago or something. Brad said he didn't see me look. I can, like, yeah, it's like an M shape type 1 reaction. Yes, like a shark, whichever X point, you know, you look at. I mean, not quite a shark because it didn't hit a 1618 on the B to D point, but an informal M shape nevertheless. And you're reacting, right? You are catching a reaction, right? It's a spring back test of sorts. I mean, we know, like, above that level, given enough time, you could be at 1.8 cents, you could be at 2.1 cents or 2.5 cents. But if you care about the harmonic framework, okay, you do want to see this reaction and turn into a return. If you want to play by the book, if you want your strongest probability of a more resounding rally, you always want local forms of confirmation at key levels, especially after M shapes develop. I'm not saying it can't just go straight up. Sometimes it does happen like that. You get the M shape and it's just type 1 return and it's gone. But typically, the reflexive rally, the initial rally, interest fades, and they push the price down to test it again to make sure it's real. And then on the second time, if you start showing favorable price action here, that's when a crap load more market participants see that and gain confidence that this is really gonna reverse to the upside. It's on the second test, not the first. So that's where we are on your lock-in coin, okay? You know, you're reacting. You're going in a reaction, and it's all happening at a great level. You're a little far removed from it now. You know, you didn't ask about lock-in on 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. You just asked about it maybe yesterday, day before. So yeah, yesterday it was up almost 11%. Crazy. Yeah, this is like where it could be going way higher. There you go, dude. Okay, your futures looks like S&P's pulling back a little off the highs. Yeah. Yeah. This would be the time. We got 19 minutes till the closing bell. This would be like on a day like this where day traders that were like leveraged or that had 0 day to expiration options. This is when people will be closing long positions because they made a lot of money today. And so if you see a sell off in the next 19 minutes, some sort of pullback, that's why. Okay, you're locking. Okay, so now someone wants to look at like Pulse Chain, of course. That's my stream now, dude. Okay. The only request of the day is Pulse Chain or Hex or whatever. Hex. Oh, dude, Hex is not the real coin, dude. Jeez, man. Jeez. Well, we've been here before, you know. I mean, they're just basing it out at all-time lows. Oh, it's awful. Like, this is like a dead asset. But yeah, of course, this is like... Remember back when they were making the market a little bit more? Okay, great. Great. You can just see here, man, like... It looks like all 99% of S coins. So if you think this is special, you're wrong. Okay? Phil, this is not special at all. The worst of the worst failed scam coins from years ago look just like this. Right? Think about where we are. Okay? It's down here. It's lower than it was in 2020 when Richard Hart was on the stream telling me to use log scale. It's trading lower. It is down 99.9% from its all-time high. It is the worst of the worst, like the rest. Okay? I just hope we can get that out of the way. That being said, hey, dude, they're putting in some swing lows.
Will be second highest ever if it holds.
Good. Much hopium, good. Thank you, the 420.
Is that a joint?
We're above the 200 moving average, but like, you see, the problem with it is just your upside could be limited. Like, it could be. You just don't. You have to recapture the initial major zone, which is 2.8 tenths of 1 cent to 3 tenths of 1 cent. Like, you got to recapture that, and then you got to reconfirm it and hold it as support. So is there a structure here? I don't know. Look at these scam wicks, just indicative of like dead chart. Yeah, it's up 20% today. Congratulations, man. Like, it's like, I don't know. People won't propagandize Hex until it's up 20%, right? People won't request Hex unless it's up 20, 50% because it's dead. I don't even know how little it takes to move this asset. Probably not much at all. So you recapture 3 tenths of 1 cent and then you back test it as support, maybe we'll talk. But yeah, in the basement, dude, do whatever you want. I mean, like, right? Do whatever you want. There's no way to, how do you play an asset up 20%? You know, in fact, it's up, yeah, from its low, like 70%. Yeah, it's up 70, 80% from its low point. I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, there's no way I can like help you, like construct a trading plan or anything. Just trying to protect other people from, like, you know, I just want people to understand, you know, like what you're looking at. You're not looking at anything notable or special. S&P 500 all-time highs, Dow Jones all-time highs, right? Dow Jones, Nasdaq all-time highs, QQQ all-time highs. IWM Russell 2000 highest high of 2025, gold all-time highs, silver 14 plus year highs, platinum multi-year highs, palladium about to break out. Ethereum near all-time highs. Solana highest level, since February or whatever. BNB all-time highs. XRP recently hit all-time highs, 6 weeks ago or less. And then you've got Hex at the low, at its lowest levels it's ever seen. That's how you know it's a loser. Okay? But go ahead and be upset about it. Get mad. Call me names, because that's typically what happens. When I just present facts and reality, people will get really emotional about it. Well, they did anyway, but,
Hi Mitch, YFIO, I entered at 5.2k. In TAR we trust.
Abraham, thanks so much, dude. We'll certainly look at it right now. Why not? YFI. I remember it was struggling, it wasn't doing it, then it was doing it, and it was yeah, it's good. Yep, you're in good shape here. Yep. Look what they're doing. This third valley is being confirmed now. Yep. Anything above 5384 is your target is now 7450 minimum for it to be equitable. You're still above the 200 moving average. See, this is better than Hex, dude. Yeah, you had a golden cross already. Had a golden cross back in August. Now you're breaking back above the 50 moving average. In fact, you're above all 3 moving averages now. Very nice. When do you see that, chat? You see, that's one part of the picture. It's look at the moving averages all over the place, right? Just, crossed over, diverged from each other. But it's very rare to see them all 3 of the major moving averages clump up together like this, and then price action just break above all 3. And at the same time of all 3 being broken and being closed up together, you also have it recapture or holding the major inflections in the bottom of this trading range. I mean, this is perfect. Yes, Abraham. So again, you might be targeting short term for 6100, but at this point, for an equitable trade, I'm thinking you're just waiting for 7450. And if it doesn't get to 7450, F the trade. It was done. It was cooked. You're betting on a common retrace from a high point to low point. That's what you're betting on, okay? And in fact, the 382, the common retrace zone, doesn't even start till 8,169 all the way to 10,688. So if Hex was doing this, I'd be talking about it on Hex. It's not. Hex is not doing any of that. It's well below its key levels. It's not correlating positively to those levels, even though it's up 70%. Who cares? Scam coin. But this is really nice, easy to strategize down here. Only have 2.49% today too, so it's dang. In fact, we can almost post a trade setup on it. This is what they were doing though. They're just we can't do it. We can't break the. It's almost so easy. Suspiciously easy. I mean, it'd be like that. 3.4 to 1, and then you get another target. You just one at a time. Target 2, and then target 3. Simple as. And YFIE. There you have it, dude. Confirmation low down here. It's beautiful. Me gusta. Chat, me gusta. All right, so what we got? We got technical indicator for sure. The recapturing, chart patterns, harmonic patterns, whatever you want to call it. You got it all, man. You're good. Good risk management. Okay, that's all that matters. We're not acting like we know that we're going to 7440, right? We don't know that. 74, 7500. We don't act like we know. We just know where we could set a stop strategically, and we know our upside's very good here after a confirmation low at that inflection point. So. Okay, good request, man, because yeah, this is it. This is where the strike while the iron's hot. The YFI iron is really hot. Dragon's Blood, I did that a long time ago. I think I did that in March of 2024. So when Bitcoin hit all-time highs back in the, it was right here, I think. Yeah. March 2024 is when I cracked that, when we hit an all-time high. No, I think it, yeah, that was it. When we hit, it was just sometime here when we cracked above the November 2021 all-time high. I popped that champagne, that Bitcoin champagne. So, and it was the most short-lived garbage experience of my life because we went through 8 months of consolidation after hitting an all-time high for like 10 seconds. Sickening. But anyway, here we are, Bitcoin highs of the day with 9 minutes to go in power hour. 116.7. Ethereum alert has not gone off yet. I don't know if it's its highs. It is. Bitcoin or Ethereum is at its highs of day 2, highest level seen since August 27th, but we know targeting probably 4789, 4800 plus. All-time high seems like the what's coming. Okay. A new all-time high. A $5,000 Ethereum, I think, is on deck. I have been waiting for this. Been waiting to mint. You don't even see this, man. I'm going to show you. Okay. First time ever. Here it is. I'm ready to mint an NFT. We created the Gravigon literally in November of 2021. So like ready to do that, man. I know it's for the memes at this point because NFTs died, but dude, long time coming. You know, whatever the date's gonna be, it's gonna be September. Oh, what happened? Oh my God, they just got rid of it. Okay, I have to recreate it all the way. Okay, never mind. We'll do it when it happens. I'm not even worried about it now. Yeah, so I think XRP is starting to run now. Yeah, really. Highs of day on XRP, highest level seen
Look here. Look,
since August 24th. Solana nearing its high of day. Probably get an alert on that in a minute. You remember what the key to the city was? You remember? Please tell me you remember what the key to the city was. It was total market cap. Jonathan was with us all along.
I like turtles.
Remember, they came back and perfectly tested the old support resistance as support. A nice low to high 886. Then they jumped across a creek, an upsloping creek, I guess, right? And now you're running, nearing the heart line, and there's a lot of upside. If they want to take this to the overbought threshold of the uptrend on total market cap, we're talking like $4.46 trillion. Up here, positive Momo building. RSI is perfect. It's at 64, so not even close to overbought, but in the bullish control zone, man. Massive underperformance from the bearish divergence, right? That is terrible performance. That is indicative of who's in control of this market right now. It is buyers. Very nice. What's up, James? Who's not passionate about totals, Venom? Okay, man. 6 minutes till the closing bell. It looks like no day traders taking profit. And look like they might have been doing that. Beautiful, dude. Just unstoppable. Do it for Charlie, man. What are we looking at? 1 hour. Well, we got 5 minutes till the closing bell. But you're going for the highest daily candle close ever. You've already cemented an intraday all-time high. And if this is real, a real breakout, real resolution of the wedge is upward. I mean, the 1414 is on deck. 66.78 S&P 500 futures target. NASDAQ, well, sorry, we should probably look at the futures, but your channel, right? Your NASDAQ channel, it's all-time high again. It's like a 2-day win streak, 2-day, 3-day. Four-day. Like a 4-day record close win streak on the NASDAQ. 1414 is 22,442. I guess see you higher, man. Unstoppable. The wave structure, remember that wave structure is psychotic. 886 on the B, higher low on the C, and the 1618 confluent with the major 1414. X marks the effing spot. How beautiful is that, man? That's gorgeous. Bitcoin's still climbing, man. 116.8. TA Tetris, if that happens, right? It's talking about like hitting the supply line, the overbought threshold of the uptrend, hitting a 1618 locally with the wave structure, and then the major 2025 1414. That would be freaking nuts. Like, this is why we do it, because it's so fun. Dow Jones is kind of meh today. It pulled back some, but it did, like, all-time highs yesterday, but down 0.5% today. Whatever, it's no big deal. I mean, remember what the S&P and the NASDAQ are gunning for their 1414s. And the Dow Jones can't even, I mean, it's barely getting off of the 100% retrace. So it's woefully underperforming the S&P and the NASDAQ due to it being so diversified, with just, it's, there's only a few big tech stocks that are really outperforming in the Dow Jones, right? The Dow 30. 3 minutes, chat. 3 minutes. Just got crazy stuff. Warner Brothers is unreal, dude. Warner Brothers. Dude, we make movies. May 5th. Highest level since May 5th, 2022.
Looking forward to joining the Citadel for the next bear. Been a hell of a 5-year journey, but listening to your knowledge and insight has more than doubled my net worth in that time. Thanks for the memes.
Ronald Grump, thanks so much for the freaking 20. And y'all hear that, chat? You said it again, Ronald Grump.
Hype in the chat!
Thank you for attesting doubling your net worth to some aspects of this stream. Very grateful for that. That's a really kind thing to say. And thank you for the feedback, man. Like, right, I go live like all the time for years, and it's like, man, it really starts when the concurrent viewership's down, likes are down, no sub growth, all that. Like, it gets really demoralizing. It can be, because like what was there, and now it's just waning. There's nothing you can do about it, even though you're doing the same thing you've always been doing, that's been successful. The one thing that really keeps me going in downtimes like this for my streaming aspect, not in the markets, my portfolio's gone berserk, is feedback, like letting me know, like, hey man, that. So thank you, dude. Feedback is free. You don't have to tip me to give feedback, but it really does help morale, right? So if you want your the streamer you like watching, me, like, to just stay moralized, have high morale, like, just be sure to like be vocal about, that I am a valuable figure in your life, like feedback's important, very important. Okay, man. Warner Brothers is unbelievable. Multi-year highs, recapturing key levels. Nuts. RGTI, you know about it, man. It was great. And then it was the highest price seen on RGTI since January 6th, which was the old all-time high intraday, going for one of your highest daily candle closes ever. What a freaking trend, man. Quantum computing is king. Rocket Lab member, you didn't know it was above an all-time highs. Just crazy. I mean, this is like, we're looking in the 1990s, man. Maybe it's real, where they're like gonna just take it and it's gonna be this crazy, blow off top, and then it crashes, and then we're down here in 2026 or 2027, like in the gutter. Well, maybe we're revving up. Go to the gym, bro. Thanks so much for the super sticker, the $10 super sticker. Thank you, dude. We appreciate it. There it is, chat. Record closes all over the place. All over the place. S&P 500, all-time highs. NASDAQ, all-time highs. Google, highest close ever. Highest 4-hour candle close on Bitcoin since August. Highest 4-hour candle close on Ethereum since August. Solana, highest 4-hour candle close since like February or something stupid. Tesla, obviously highest close in a long time, man. I mean, just, and soon all-time highs. I think at some point you're gonna break 400 and go nuts again. But 396. Oh man, we were $1 away from target one, Slurpee. $1.50 away or something. Cactus, what's up, dude? Oh, thank you for watching, Cactus Whack. And we have Cactus Leo. We have multiple cactuses in the community. Thank y'all. Anita, thank you for the kind words, and thanks again, Ronald, Alec. Yeah, y'all are here, and I'm very grateful for all of you. Yep. Insane, man. Paramount, insane. Highest price seen since May of 2023. So like multi-year highs here on this one. KBTS, you know, that one was freaking nuts, man. Unreal. Send it. Beautiful little 886 Gartley in no man's land, right? Crazy. Tilray was up, but it's way off its highs. I don't know, man. I'm still holding some calls here. But they're, you know, got months to go till expiration. So I'm wondering if we'll get a retest to 150. But just hanging in there. Micron, new highs. Yeah, highest level seen since human history. Jeez. All started with that recapturing of that big resistance from last year. And just gone. Did it today, man. MU. Pretty tame day outside of some of those. Like that's, I mean, some up 2%, you know. But in actuality, most things were kind of flat or down. A lot were down today. Ton of red. So it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies under the hood, but the index funds, certainly. All right, made it 1 hour into the live stream. If you're enjoying it, please hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Sam T, it's quite possible, man. I mean, like, the reason why you have like a Muslim national in New York that quite possibly is going to win being a mayor, and he's running on literal communism. It could be something to do with the wealth inequality, where the rich have gotten so much richer and the poor have gotten so much poorer. And the poorer you get, you're just a fiat person, right? All you can do is you go work, and then you got your fiat, and then immediately that fiat goes to paying debt or bills, and that's it. That's your life. You can't just, oh yeah, man, my portfolio swung like, you know, like 70K, 100K today. Nope, none of that. You can't just outrun inflation in a day when you're poor. So, yeah, crazy times we live in. All right, so we only had like 2 requests today, formally. And at least one of them was like kind of trade setup. So that's cool. Now let's look at the, you know, Ethereum up 4.23%. Is it a joint? No, it's just Ethereum looking like it's poised for an all-time high, and quite possibly $5,000. I mean, I'm almost thinking like 5K coming. 5K coming. Yep. BNB hit all-time highs, highest 4-hour candle close ever, no joke, no doubt. XRP highest 4-hour candle close since August, and you're nearing a breakout point. I mean, you've broken a key level, but like a local high, 310, 311, you break that, it is a high probability of 330. So You got a big descending triangle that's resolving upwards. Measured move of this is probably above 340. Now I'm gonna, this is a very tall pattern. Well, not much chat. Y'all not talking about much, so it's hard to bounce things off of y'all when there's just. I know it's during the day. A lot of people are working. I get that, man. I'm empathetic. But you know, I do the market analysis. Got a couple requests, and then I just look at chat and read, and then it's like, not much. So what was it, Gemini? Is the ticker, can someone help me if the ticker Gemini is listed yet? Or if it's still pre-IPO, I'm not sure. Fibs for blow off top. It's like, I think $5.89 would be, why would $5.89 not be your target? Like, it is the biggest meme ever. I have it, it's such a meme that I have it plotted here. But yeah, if you want reality, depends. Like, you want shorter term Fibonacci or you want the major one. The major one, 388, 414, 450. And then after the 1618 would just be a simple $5 psychological resistance. That's if we break out, right? Like, these things we have to resolve, you know, bullishly. Yeah, GEMI, but I gotta do that and it says space. Like, what? Space station? Oof. Gemini Space Station? Okay, I thought Gemini, it was the exchange. I'm crazy. I must be nuts. Okay, never mind. Gemini Space Station is the exchange. Why are they naming it that again?
Dollar Ancropium. Need my Beanie Baby to pump.
What's up, Samir? Thanks for the 20, dude. We can look at your Beanie Baby anchor. Yeah, I'm imagining it's probably in the gutter, but it's put in a higher low like everything else. Maybe it's confirming a higher low. Probably. Yeah, IPO. One of my friends, he had access to the pre-IPO, and he sold like at $41 today. He made like 20% on his money. He sold it all too. He just dumped it. So yeah, it only it closed through. I mean, from the highest point, you know, the dumbest money of dumb, buying at 45.89, down 30% at the close. Yikes. I don't know. It's shit flipper. Maybe they're like implying like crypto's gonna like go to space, dude. So we're just gonna call like our exchange the Gemini Space Station, because you're like at a space station taking longs. All right, anchor. Let's see here. Ugh.
Hey Mitch, can we look at SBET please?
SBET, what's up, G? Thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll look at SBET. Yep, the Ethereum treasury company now. Yep. So Anchor, I mean, you're not gonna like what I have to say. I mean, like, okay, there are lines in the sand on all charts, for the most part, historical inflection points that are timeless, and you're either above them or below them most of the time, right? You're unfortunately below them, right? And I don't make the rules. I didn't make this up. This is just like where it is. It's like 1.6 to 1.8 cents. Like, look at remember this old M shape and typed, it was beautiful, man. It was a dream of all dreams. Come on. Old high from 2020. Ended up becoming the bottoming level again 3 years later, and plays out. Then an 886 M shape, and then plays out again. And now look at it. It's like all time, I mean, not all time lows, but the lowest levels in like over 4 years. Going on 5. So yeah, like what I was saying, like, okay, it's probably near all-time lows, and it probably is like made one higher low, and maybe there's a local confirmation low, kind of like that, you know. So That's one of those that are so tough because you're below the 200 moving average. The 200 moving average is down sloping. There's no evidence of more than before. I mean, until maybe now. The only way I guess you could play this in the short term, it's tough. It's going to be tough, man, because you're trading a scam. Okay, we just talked about. Look at the thumbnail of the stream. The everything pump. Everything's hitting all-time highs. It's near all-time highs. It's going nuts. Doge ETF. Are you kidding me? And then you look at Anchor, and it's like, oh, it's lowest levels, and it can't make a higher high to save its life. So the only way, since you requested it, and I really do appreciate that, I mean, the only thing I could think of is like having a, if you wanted to long it, if you were like, I'm gonna long it, and there's nothing you can do about it, I'm gonna do it.
Mitch, my net worth has never been higher, yet I feel like I'm not getting wealthier. All these charts day after day just show inflation, not real value.
I think Greg P. I'll address that in a sec. So maybe like one low and a second low, like if anything, if you're gonna be in it and there's nothing I can do to stop you, then maybe you just have a stop loss at like 1.4 cents. I don't think you would want to own it below 1.4 cents, to be a real dude. You just wouldn't. That's the candle close. I think they're holding it successfully. So that's how we know this is the real level, not the wick, the candle close. And so it's like you were successfully defending the level. So it's like if you're gonna own it, I would just have a stop below all those little lows. And then the problem is, well, I don't like this so much. Doesn't mean it can't pump. It's just we have known upside, which is very little. Like you could just hit 1.6 cents and that's it. You could hit 1.8 cents and that's resistance. I don't see much of a pattern here that's like great. I don't think a Bukowski pattern, you know, it's like there's a supply line, you know, you break that, you might be working on something, but maybe it's just a descending triangle in the basement that could very well resolve upward, sure. But in terms of risk management, maybe a stop below 1.4 cents and just hope that it's gonna break all these levels and it's gonna run way higher because my crypto. But yeah, it's a joke, dude. It's complete, like right now, based on everything, it's awful. No matter what it does tomorrow, if it goes up 1,000% tomorrow, the data that we have right now proves it's garbage compared to so many other assets. You wasted your money owning this thing. But again, as I'm saying that, there are ways to maybe manage your risk down here if you want, okay? I can't even, you know, oh, all the gains on my Tesla and Google, I can't even see anymore. I'm blind. I can't even look at the chart, you know, like there were better assets. They've already played out. They've already made us crazy amounts of money. And like, here we are, you know, looking at this joke. But cool. Maybe it pumps, dude. Yeah, 99% of crypto look like that. Yes, absolutely. S-Bet. Okay, we're going to make a comeback, dude. Up 8% plus today. Let's see. Maybe you've got something. Dude, again, you requested it, so I'm going to do everything I can for you. I think this is a real inflection zone at this point due to the fact you got a couple swing lows and now you have swing highs, right? You had supports and now you have resistances. Then you had a resistance in June. Now you have a support in September. So, like, there's probably, it's a bullish dragon pattern, right? Look, I'm just thinking, okay? A low, a slightly lower low. Is there bullish divergence on the oscillators, chat? Kind of. Not on the RSI, but kind of on the MACD histogram. Eric Morseman, oh my God. 4-string, 4-stem leather belt.
Tesla Indies on the options.
Eric, man, I'm happy to hear that, dude. I hope it's not you, just you. I hope so many people in here were like, dude, I've been watching and watching. You just been going crazy talking about Tesla. I just hope you made money. I hope. What's the point of watching a live streamer if you're just like, meh?
Thank you for everything you do. I have been in school for most of the time since I started watching, at 20 years old. I'm now 26 and buying a house thanks to the value you provide. Say hi to everyone for me, smile.
Thanks, Slipperburger. Y'all hear that? Y'all freaking hear that?
Hype in the chat.
That's incredible, dude. Slipperburger, thanks so much, dude, for the 1337 and being 26 and being able to own a home. You gotta be like in the 1%, 5%, probably 1% of people that are 26 that can afford a house right now. Insane. That's huge. So the fact that you would attest that to anything I do here is super humbling. So thank you, man, for that. I'm really grateful. My man. Just keep it up, man. Keep it up. Keep working hard. Never get complacent. You're still so young. Man, this is when you're 26. This is when you turn on the booster. This is when you hit the NOS, okay? You hit the NOS now for the next 10 years. The next 10 years, you'll be my age. And then you'll be so grateful that you did. Telling you. Yeah, 26 is the time to just like more all in than you've ever been in terms of, you know, investing in yourself, enriching yourself. 26 still a great age to be taking in as much mentorship as you possibly can, finding people that have the life that you want for yourself in the next 10 years and listening to them non-stop, asking questions, doing everything you can. So SBET, it's at a support, man, right? I think we would agree. There's some level here that they're holding. You don't really have forms of confirmation down here, but a slightly lower low, you might be starting to go. You know, like if Ethereum, it's all about Ethereum. You know, this has got to be some sort of Ethereum chart now. If Ethereum goes to all-time highs, I think you're easily going to be targeting for $28 to $30. If Ethereum like pulls back, maybe you go for a second test of $14, $13. But yeah, like you should have requested this maybe a couple days ago because there's nothing different I would have said. But, you know, it's the same level, but you were just closer to the level, so it would have been easier to strategize if you wanted to take a chance. But that's right, Eric, man. Well, I just mean like I'll be older too, but you know what I mean. SBET had a good day, man. What about Ethereum E? Is that even a thing anymore? Yeah, it's still there. Wow, look, dude, chat, look at this. This is huge. I mean, like I know it's just all it does is track Ethereum, but you cannot tell me how beautiful this is. I wish I'd have been looking at ETHE because that might have been the key to the city on Ethereum itself. The old trading range from March 2024, May 2024, December 2024. Look what they've done. They've recaptured, reconfirmed it right there. That's a piece of data, a very strong piece of data. So the target now is 43.29. Huge. Beautiful, man. Hidden bullish divergence on the oscillators. And now breaking back into the bullish control zone to close out the week. Wow. Ethereum, man. Ethereum E, the Grayscale Ethereum Trust ETF. Let's go. What's up, Nick? Did it, man. What a freaking week. I mean, extremely lackluster. Like, I mean, these gains, typically I'm a lot more thrilled about gains like this, but not this week, man. Nope. Nothing gonna make me like feel better. Nothing. I mean, I guess I feel a little bit better about they found the shooter, but that still like doesn't even do much. I mean, it's something, but anyway. Pretty historical day today, chat, and it's an honor to be able to cover these markets with you and provide value to your lives if I do. And if not, maybe a couple laughs here and there. Yeah, Dragon. It was rough, man. I've not been emotionally shook like that in well over 10 plus years of my life. Crazy. Yeah, I haven't looked at that in a while. I wonder what it looks like now. Oh, dude. It's kind of beautiful. Kind of insane. I mean, in the end, wow. Can you believe in this macro environment, Coca-Cola, the W shape is resolving bearishly? Like, look what happened on Coca-Cola today. This is insane. Lowest daily candle close confirmed on Coke since April 7th. But more importantly, 67 bucks. That is huge. Look, this old all-time high from April of 2022 on Coca-Cola. Do you see it right here? 67.11. They have formally broken that today, and traders settled up below it. That's really bad, man. And look how I haven't looked at this in a minute, but they just continued with the bad data, the lower highs, the distribution continued, and then they actually broke it. Dang, man. Coca-Cola could be poised for a gap fill at 64.55. I mean, that would be your target here. Interesting. But, I mean, whatever. It's Coca-Cola, dude. It's poison. Literal poison. Ken Rosen, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You didn't have anything to say? Nothing, dude? Just throwing money at me like I'm a stripper? Thank you, dude. Yeah, KO getting wrecked. I wonder if there are any more defensives like this. But dude, again, I don't even know how or why Coca-Cola would be a defensive in this day and age. Like, you know, with the MAHA, the Make America Healthy Again movement, you know, I'd imagine this is awful because aren't they like banning like sugary garbage, trash, poison to go in like the SNAP and EBT people's, like they can't buy crap like this anymore. So it would probably have a tremendous effect eventually, revenues wise. But yeah, if you've ever seen it, let me try to find it. You probably have, but it might be a good time to show. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's disgusting, dude. Let's see if I could find. I probably can't. Of course, it's probably not going to be on Google Images because Coca-Cola is probably like, hey, dude, can you get rid of all the... It's disgusting, dude. Yeah, I mean, here's just a picture. This is how much sugar or whatever substitute of sugar, that's how much is in a Coca-Cola. That's disgusting. That's like half the amount of the liquid. I mean, you gotta realize, like, I mean, I don't have any sugar daily. My diet, 0 sugar. I have a little raw honey that I put in my oatmeal for flavor. Raw honey. I mean, from freaking bees, man. And yeah, so I just. If you have this trend where alcohol consumption is hit an all-time low, that's like some new thing that came out. Okay, Satan. Anyone hear that? They're not going to stop me from saying alcohol consumption at an all-time low. I don't know how... it wouldn't be part of the trend, right? Unhealthy crap needs to be at its lowest levels. So, whew, that was really close. So, we're just in the Stormlands. So y'all did hear it, okay? Because it was really loud and close. So Bitcoin's pulling back, man. 116, 174. I guess it's all over. Yeah, the health benefits of raw honey is insane, dude. It's so expensive, but it's like, hey, man, take some of your Tesla gains today and go buy some Manuka raw honey with an 850 MGO or whatever it's called. the higher the MGO and raw honey, the more antimicrobial properties it has. So it's like, if you don't ever want to get sick, every day you implement just a little bit, a teaspoon or smaller, into something to enhance the flavor. But the health benefits are nuts. But it's just like one little thing of raw honey with 850 MGOs, like $150. So it's for the Tesla owners, right?
Mitch, it hurts to ask you. Please take a look at Fartless. Holding large bag. Charlie set the example as do you educating us daily THX bro. Folded hands emoji.
Thanks, Kim, man. Yeah, it hit me out hard because, you know, him and me are like different purposes or different subjects, but similar purpose, you know, on Earth, to just have a conversation and educate. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, dude. Sorry, it's hard talking about that, man. It's yeah, still emotional. Probably need a few more days. Fartless coin, not fart coin, but fartless coin. Why don't they just call it nothing coin then? Okay. On what exchange? You don't care? I'll go to Mex. Oh boy, this can't be it, right? Where's all the data? Fartless coin on crypto.com. A little bit more data. Yeah, fartless coin chat. I mean, is this what you wanted, dude? You have a bag of fartless coin? I don't really know if there's much to talk about. I mean, you're nearing the lows again. Remember what we were talking about. The everything pump is ongoing. Metals, equities, cryptos, and then you got fartless coin, and it's like intraday lowest price seen since August 14th. That's not the same as the rest of the market. I wouldn't touch it, but I guess you're down 7% today.
All right, Mitch, please can you have a look at ADBE? Thanks for the education and dedication, brother.
Azar Khan, man, thanks so much, dude, for the 27. Yeah, certainly. Adobe. Didn't it screw everyone on options today or something on its earnings? Yeah, we'll look at it after this. I mean, meaning we're about to look at it because, like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. There's no real structure that I see. There are levels. I think they're very discernible and easy to identify levels, right? 1.4, 1.5 tenth of 1 cent up to 3 tenths of 1 cent. There's no pattern. There's no confirmation lows really. You put in a lower high. I just, like, maybe you get down here, you can do whatever you want. If you want to long this, strategize it, you better have a structure. That's going to take a lot. I can't sign off on it at all. It's near a support though. That's all I can say. Near a level, man. Maybe they hit it and we fart, you know? But if you fart, then it's like bad, right? It's probably not doing well because fart coin's probably inverse correlated to fart coin. Yeah. I don't know. Thank you, dude. Adobe. Is Adobe? Yeah, it screwed everyone today. The options bros. You had earnings, you had high volume, but no movement. But in the basement, I mean, utter basement. Very interesting where you are. I think it could go deeper. I don't think you're at an 886. We had discussed this. Yeah, someone requested this the last month, like a month ago or something, 2 months ago, and it was like, I just don't see enough yet. I think you'd probably want a deeper retrace. Low to high, 886 is 315. I would prefer 315. They may not let it get there because they're confirming a bottom here.
Mitch, you're an inspiration and I'm proud of you feeling all of the emotions that came with the hard week and big loss to our country. Thanks for all that you do and the community appreciates the hell out of you. Cheers and hope you have a great weekend.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Nick, man. Yeah, dude. It was very emotional week, and like it's like losing a family member for real. Thank you, dude. All we can do is just make money to, you know, to honor him. So thank you, dude. But yeah, if someone wants to take a shot at a 786 at this 337 level, swing low from 2022, they can. They certainly can. If you hit 330, you fall below 330, you're out, you know, because then you're going straight to 313 and then maybe even 278 after that. So just don't. I mean, maybe you have a falling wedge. I'm not sure. Nah, you'd have to be really messing with the trend line here. I'd see, like, that's the real trend line. And then here, it's just a downtrend. You know, it's not a structure. I mean, it's a structure, but it's not like a consolidation structure. It's just a conceptualized trend. Perfect, right? Perfect downtrend. So you got a deep retrace, but you got a 78% sale on the asset, just not an 88% sale on the asset. So you got a confirmation low, but a confirmation low doesn't mean that the trend's reversing. So if you are gung-ho and you need Adobe now in your life, then just stop loss 330 or 329.90. That's it. Survived earnings though. Yeah, that's it. Above this level, it could be a bottom. It could very well be bottom. I'm not saying I know. Okay. Whew. Okay. So that was like last request. Yeah, you're in M shape, but it's not deep enough to complete formally. All right, so what do we do this weekend? Is this weekend gonna be a Bitcoin pump? Probably Bitcoin does nothing and some altcoins just continue to go insane. Like, that's probably what's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna have a whack-a-mole situation. It could just be an altcoin weekend. Nuts. Because we do know, right, some of these altcoins, despite them being losers, I mean, look at Pepe coin. Remember, they recaptured the level, the falling wedge breakout. Yeah, dude, Pepe could be, I mean, anything above 10 or 9, whatever that is, it's not worth 11 cents. Above this level, you're good for higher prices. They're confirming a bottom here. Think about this low and this low. Both of these lows are higher than these lows, so you're still more than beforeing. So, big breakout on Pepe. Nice wedge. Yeah, a bunch of scam coins doing scam coin. Coin. I mean, coin, dude, it's crazy. It's legit insane. I mean, this is nuts. Look what they're doing. You can't make this up. You cannot make it up. I mean, this could be ready for 550. One time, and then a second time. All happen. It's not. There's no one that could argue with this. It's just so real. The level, and then the price action correlation to the level. The low, the lowest low, the higher low, the previous low, and then a slightly higher low with an even more perfect check back. I mean, DOT could be ready to really run. It just could. And I think you probably got a lot of these altcoins. They're not making higher highs yet, but they're just even giving us more nice data on the bottom side. And now it's at some point, you'll get a top side positive resolution. You'll get a higher high at some point when you just keep putting in higher lows like that. So definitely interesting. All right, chat. Well, I guess I'm just gonna get out of here. It's been a long week, man. Good and bad. Very, very, extremely bittersweet. Yeah, numbers in a brokerage retirement account just doesn't mean as much this week at all. So, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it, man. So really appreciate y'all coming out. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Join the Discord if you haven't. Hopefully we're in for a altcoin pump weekend. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.